That's so much emotional labor. She does all of it. Now this user is constantly in r/relationship advice, doling out her sage wisdom to other Redditors. I forgot to balance my emotional checkbook. Let's talk about this concept of emotional labor. One of 2XChromosomes' favorite topics. Nothing new, but I'm exasperated watching toxic men in heterosexual relationships build wealth off their partnered wife's unpaid, emotional, invisible reproductive labor, only to treat her like garbage and hoard money. This is an unmarried Redditor, I'm guessing. Here's the problem with emotional labor. Here's the crux of the issue. It's totally unfalsifiable. There's no hard evidence that anyone can point to. You can inflate it as much as you want, and you can abuse the hell out of it, because nobody can say that's not true. Because it has no basis in physical reality. So you get people spouting shit like, to my understanding, according to what I've read before, women are doing the most emotional labor in relationships, and oftentimes it's not being reciprocated. Holy shit. I had no idea. I'm not convinced any of this quote-unquote labor needs to be done at all. Frankly, I'm calling your judgment into question. Emotional labor essentially boils down to, I'm stewing at you, and I'm going to consider it labor that I'm performing for you. It's the most ridiculous shit when you break it down. First of all, I'm calling your judgment into question right off the bat if you consider this labor. What the fuck are you talking about? So how about that 120-pound AC unit I carried up to your apartment last week? Does that count as labor? Did that get factored in? If we're keeping score like this, did you factor that in? I forgot to balance my emotional checkbook. Did you balance the books? Or are you only factoring in one side? You see how easily this shit breaks down? I told myself I wouldn't be stuck in a relationship where I did all of the emotional labor. And yet here I am. I've lost all attraction to him and I find it easier to act like roommates. Talking doesn't work. Now this user is constantly in r/relationship advice, doling out her sage wisdom to other Redditors. At least I'm not being emotionally abused like my last relationship. Wait, but if you're doing all of the emotional labor, you are being abused. Get out. Get out while you can. You're doing, holy shit. That's so much emotional labor. She does all of it. But man, does it suck to ask a grown man to do the dishes a million times and still have nothing done. I'm leaving. Just have to find a place to go. Okay, get out. That's probably a great idea.